Can you just say something really unhinged for the intro? Because that just seems to work usually.
That Verstappen guy. Oh, what a guy! He's fast.
Mate, this is fucking shit. Hello and welcome to Talk Shift. Now, I want to start with this image.
Oh, I hate you for putting this. You're such a dick. Straight away. That's the first thing you fucking do. What a bitch.
So, the viewers can't see this image yet, but I'll give you some context first. We were made aware of a video relatively recently, in the last week or so, of our last, or it was our sick form leavers video, which has somehow ended up online. And we found a clip of Talkshift's very own Soheb when he was handed a whiteboard and told to write down where he thought he was going to be in 5 years. And Soheb's response, there it is. I can barely think 5 minutes ahead. That is so true.
Yep, and it's still true.
It's still true. So that was accurate.
That's how I ended up here.
Yeah, that was really accurate. Really accurate. So so fair enough.
Not
fair
hiding
enough.
anything there.
Yeah, and to make it fair, I did appear in this video as well, and I was doing what I did best at secondary school, and that was chatting up women. So
what you did best?
Well,
what you attempted to do many times,
and got very wrong. Yeah,
I'm guessing you're gonna blur all their faces.
yeah, that'll be blurred out. Don't worry. What a screen grab as well. That one. That's really good.
Yes, that literally described what your school life was. It's one image.
Yeah. Fair enough. I'll give you that. Right. Let's move on, shall we? We've got the Belgian Grand Prix this weekend. As we are recording this, sprint qualifying has just happened. Everyone was, of course, looking at the two previous sprint pole winners of the year, Kimi Antonelli and Lewis Hamilton. They both go out in Q1.
Yes.
Yeah. So, thoughts?
So, Antonelli just spun on his own. I thought it was because of Hamilton, but no, Antonelli just spun on his own, actually. And that, it seems like it might have been a gust of wind or it might have been his fault. We're not sure yet. But, he should have got a banker lap in. It's still kind of his fault.
That was his banker lap.
Yeah.
That was the problem. And then I think he damaged the floor, potentially.
Yeah.
On that incident.
So,
I
think it's a one-off. It's only a sprint weekend. It's not the end of the world.
You say it's a one-off, though, but Kimi's performance, he's had a rough... And it's not always been his fault.
Yeah.
But he's had a rough couple of races.
He's had, hasn't he?
I think, is it 1 point finish in the last 6?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think it's 6. And that was Canada, and he was on the podium, and he's not been in the points since.
Wow.
So
he has had a rough ride, hasn't he?
Yeah, and that's why there's now talk, obviously, of the supposed Verstappen-Russell partnership next year, which will not happen.
That's not happening.
It's not happening. Not a chance in hell is that happening. But yeah, I just think it's obviously tough. He's in the top team. That top team are expected to compete next year, potentially even with the fastest car.
Yep.
And he's out in Q1. And this whole sort of 2007 Lewis Hamilton story they were bigging this up to be, it's not really
it's not a
turned into
2007 Hamilton story, because in 2007 Hamilton could do all the testing he could have wanted. He basically was as experienced as maybe a 2 or 3 year driver nowadays. Nowadays they do so little testing. I get Kimi Antonelli had a lot of filming days, but still it's nowhere near as much as Hamilton did.
He got a lot of track time in previous cars, but very little of that admittedly was in the current ground effect specification. So, and even if he was, I think the only one he could try, if I could use English, was I think the 2022 car.
And that car was horrible.
We all know how much of a dog that car was.
That car was horrible.
He comes to me, yes, I know how to drive this car. Oh, never mind. It's actually good now. It's tricky, but he's got the rest of the year. I think he's got to sort of use as a test bed and slowly build his confidence back up as far away from the spotlight as he can, though that's obviously not necessarily the easiest thing in the world with it being Mercedes. And then, come back stronger in 2026. But there's obviously been talks as well of him maybe going to Alpine or being sidelined to Alpine to rebuild his confidence, because nothing screams let's build confidence by getting the sack, does it?
Yeah, by being managed by Flavio Briatore.
Yeah, exactly. Of all the places to send him as well. Hang on a minute. But
well, they are getting a Mercedes engine next
they
year.
are, which is why that move might work. But I think the moment you drop Antonelli, he's not coming back.
I don't think he's coming back.
It's like Gasly or anyone at Red Bull that's been dropped. As soon as they're gone, they aren't coming back.
What about Kvyat?
Well, Kvyat never came back to Red Bull.
Yeah,
he was
true.
dropped from Toro Rosso, then came back when there was literally nobody else because they had expended all of their other options. You're right, this isn't good. And that's the only other time it's happened with obviously Ricciardo as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not ideal. Going back to sprint qualifying, Piastri on top. First time Piastri's been on top in a competitive session, what feels like a while.
Yeah, and he almost went out in Q2. Very, very close.
That was scary.
He was so lucky for that.
Yeah, very lucky.
Anyone, because just one more person making a few positions, that's it. It's done.
And that shows how big of a turnaround that could have been. Because otherwise, well, it would have been a Verstappen pole, maybe not a Norris pole in the end, because obviously Norris P3, but...
It seemed like everyone at the end of that Q2 were just, whatever happened, maybe there was like a cloud that made the track a lot colder or something like that. All the cars went a lot faster. I just want to make a shout out to, I don't think you'll get this, but if anyone watched Q3 partially in Spanish, put it in the comments. You won't understand. Some people from the comments.
What illegal stream were you watching? Where it was that's all you're exposing yourself with.
If you watched the stream partially in Spanish, put it down in the comments.
What happened?
We'll leave it there.
You can't say that.
That's for me and the viewers.
No. What happened?
No. That's for me and the viewers.
What happened on this illegal stream of yours?
That's for me and the viewers, Will.
Fine, right. Well, I mean, there's literally... Our audience is small enough. There might be, if you're lucky, one person.
I guarantee there'll be more than one person.
One person.
I guarantee it.
That's actually reminded me of a story that I meant to mention in the Patreon version. £1 a month, by the way. Go check it out. But you know what? You'll get it in the full fat talk shift now. I had my ego well and truly brought back down to earth the other day. I went out with a couple of mates to F1 Arcade on the Saturday.
Yep.
Was it Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday last week. And I decided, because I had one or two beverages, having been recognised so much at events in the last couple of weeks, we're an F1 theme bar, what's the chance that someone around here knows who I am? So I was with my mates and I set my mates a challenge. I said, you know what? I'm willing to bet within 10 people, one of them will know who I am.
Your ego.
You can see where this is going, right? You can see where this is going. And so they took up my offer. They said, look, if you can't find anyone within 10 people, I'll buy you all a drink. So they first scoff and initially they just started asking the people that are clearly not going to know who I am, right? I woman. So they started going to all the women and said, you know who this guy is? And they're like, no. And I'm thinking, great. Can I now pick the last 5? And so I started picking the 5 people who I thought looked the most like FP1 Will fans. I won't go into what that description is.
12.
Shut up. And then, of course, there was one like, no. And I thought, you had to really, phrase it like that. Jesus.
I mean, that's what usually happens when you talk to 12-year-olds, right?
I don't know. I haven't talked to many 12-year-olds recently. Maybe that's... Maybe...
Really?
I no. I don't know what you do on your days off. But, yeah.
I'll make sure they're at least 14. Come on.
I'm surprised you're allowed to go anywhere near 12-year-olds. But that's a story for another day. But it then gets to the point where the last 2 people, or the last person, I should say, was this guy at the bar, and I said, you know what, give it a try. And my mate goes, said, do you know who FP1 is? No, but my son might. And then my mate said, can I ask your son? So he went over to the son. Did he know who I was? This is the 11th person as well, so I'm already buying a drink. No, he didn't. He didn't know who it was either. So I buy him the drink. Drink goes down the table. Aren't you FP1 Will? I thought,
yes.
Fuck right off. No way. No way.
I love it.
2 people after that. And I thought the first 2 people after I bought that drink. And I thought, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. We've kind of got a bit sidetracked off Belgium. We have our predictions up there.
Go on, let's keep talking about Belgium then.
Yeah. This is obviously for the main race weekend. I'm now looking at that and I'm thinking, well, thank God we didn't predict the sprint because Russell P1 in the sprint is looking very unlikely now.
Yep.
Norris ahead of Piastri, I'm now also starting to doubt. It seems whatever McLaren driver I put on top is the driver that doesn't end up doing very well.
I've done okay. I mean, I got Verstappen. He could win. He's looking like he could win.
With rain on Sunday, I
Yep.
think that's not a bad shout. I think
But
Max
so
on top.
the reason why I put Max on top is because that Red Bull performs well at high speed circuits. It seems like, you know, Suzuka. What else was it quite strong at? There was another high speed track that it was quite good at.
Imola? He won in Imola.
Imola's not very high speed though.
It's got high speed
There
sections.
was another high speed track they won at. I can't think of it what it was. But yeah, Verstappen seems to go quite well at high speed tracks, but I'm starting to doubt that now because of the rain, because Silverstone's quite medium high speed as well, and they put a low downforce setup. And in the rain, it was awful. It was horrible. I mean, Verstappen spun out. You never see Verstappen make mistakes like that. So I'm not sure if he can. I'm starting to doubt that. Piastri looks like he has it over Norris this weekend. He looks like he's a lot more comfortable in the car. So I'm also regretting saying what I have. But if a strategy blunder puts him out, it is raining.
Yeah,
That
that's true. I'm quite happy with my bold prediction. The end of Hamilton's top 4 streak. He's always
Yes.
finished in the top 4.
Yeah.
That was a meme I saw on Twitter of someone just rubbing his hand saying, "Yes, that's another one we can
You
ruin
know, I
for
remember-
Ferrari."
So remember every weekend there was some record that Hamilton broke. This year will be some record that
Ferrari broke for Hamilton. Yeah. That sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah.
The Ferrari experience. TM.
He signed up for it at the end
Yeah.
of the day, so I don't know what he really expected. Nice hat, by the way.
Thank you.
I wonder where you got that one from.
Yeah, these are the tears of Lewis Hamilton.
Okay, sure. Yeah, they've been replaced, but from the excitement from initially anyway. But yeah, let's move on now. Episode 18, and we've decided it's time to introduce a new segment. It's run by this guy, and here's the intro for it.
You need to get. You deserve a 20-second stop-go penalty in real life.
Now, if you want to see Soheb's reaction to that intro, head over to the Patreon version. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Anyway, I'm going to be honest. I have absolutely no idea what this is, so I'm going to hand over to him and pray.
So this section is about discussing interesting F1 takes and just interesting F1 things in general that I want to talk about. So I'll talk about a few things that I want to talk about. It's Will doing all the work and me taking the money, which is how I've gone for what has it been 6 weeks?
What do you mean?
Since we started? You doing everything and me getting paid for it?
I was going to say it's more like 16 weeks rather than 6 weeks.
It's not
but
been 16 weeks.
Well, I mean, you edited a couple of shorts for the first couple of weeks.
I meant months, not week.
Yeah, okay, right, good.
All right, anyway, my first take, Horner didn't bring success. He just locked into having some of the best talents F1 has ever worked for him for decades, and did so by starting as a 30-year-old. It all somehow happened. He had nothing to do with it.
How many chromosomes has that person got?
This might be the worst take one of the worst takes I've ever heard in my whole life.
That is up
He's
there.
locked into... So, what? Good people happened to be around him. He just happened to attract Adrian Newey.
He just found
and Rob
Adrian on the street,
Marshall.
just thought, oh, that's a poor homeless guy, we'll bring him in. Oh, he's quite good with this drawing stuff,
Yes.
isn't he?
Jonathan Wheatley was like, you know what? I've just Red Bull, you know. I got nothing else to do in my life. Let's go to Red Bull. What are you talking about?
Helmut Marko was his diversity hire. You know, we'll get the disabled in as well. Brilliant, good. He's just locked into all of it. Clearly,
Yeah, you know,
what an idiot.
Even Vettel, Verstappen, you know. So
Jesus.
the way I'm doing this segment is I'm going to assign F1 style penalties.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is a 10-second stop-go penalty.
That's up there. Yeah, that's one off your disqualification, isn't it?
That's a race-ending penalty.
Yeah.
You're completely ruining your race.
And penalty points, we're thinking 3, 4.
That's 4 penalty points
Yeah,
at least. I don't think you should get away with that 3 times. I think you should be banned And I think you're not allowed to make opinions anymore. Person who tweeted that.
Good.
So
Nice.
that is my first take.
Big advocate of free speech we are here on Talk Shift. So that's your first one. What's next?
The next one.
Look how planned he is, everybody. Oh, Jesus Christ. I hope you've enjoyed Soheb's Steward Room. It's never coming back.
The next one is by someone called Bernie Collins.
What? Oh, no. Oh, shit. Oh, God.
If Max leaves or doesn't show up at a race, they're currently the 10th fastest team. I was criticised last year for saying, when Checo was there, if Max didn't turn up for a race, they were the 4th fastest team. But at the minute, they're the 10th fastest team.
Oh, okay, fine. 10th is a push.
I think 10th is quite a stretch. I think just because Yuki is struggling, if they didn't have Verstappen, they will be forced into making a car that's actually drivable.
I think they're talking about right now, though. So, like, if Verstappen just decided, you know what, I'm good, I'm not heading for the rest of the Belgian Grand Prix, and they put, say, a Hadjar or a Lawson in that car, the nature of that car would bring them down the order. I wouldn't say 10th.
I wouldn't say 10th.
I'd go 6th, 7th.
Yeah, maybe even 8th at a stretch.
Yeah.
But 10th, I think, is a bit too much. I don't think the logic is that bad. So I think this is a 5-second penalty because 10 seconds is standard and 5 seconds is for mitigating circumstances. So I think there are mitigating circumstances, Bernie Collins.
I would have gone with a formal written warning by the FIA, but, you know, fair enough.
I think there's mitigating circumstances. I think this is a 5-second penalty, but I think it's too much of a stretch to say the 10th team. They'd still get more points than, Alpine's in last right now. They get more points than Alpine.
Yeah, I think they beat Alpine.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work out who the other team, maybe Haas?
Yeah.
Maybe Aston. Depends on the weekend, really.
Aston are not so bad anymore. Ever since they put the upgrade package on.
That's true as well. I'd say Sauber, but then again, like Bortoletos had just had a really good sprint quality. Hulkenberg out.
Yeah, he just got a podium.
So, well, yeah, Hulk has just got a podium as well. But I'm thinking just Belgian pace at the moment. But yeah, but I agree. 10th, bit of an over exaggeration. 7th, 8th,
yeah,
more.
So
more
there's a little
realistic.
bit of a stretch, Bernie, but you're not getting cancelled for this one.
Okay.
No race ending penalties.
Have you got one more for us?
I've got one more.
Okay. Look how prepared he is, ladies and gentlemen.
And I'll be honest, I'm not sure. I think this will probably go in the Patreon version.
Oh, God. How bad is this?
All right. So the caption is, when it's time to eat the rich and I catch Lewis Hamilton. That's the caption.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
He smells so good. He already leaking.
What did he say?
Stop. Let's taste them.
It's probably Patreon, isn't it?
I've got to download that later. Oh my God. I mean, we'll put it in the main version because I don't know how the fuck I'm editing this now. But you can. I'll have pixelated it, but you'll work out what's going on.
What penalty would you give that? What kind of?
That's an immediate lifetime ban from the sport. Get the fuck away from me.
I think there's mitigating circumstances because it is Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, gee, no, God. Are you trying to get this in the Patreon version?
I mean, if they picked like Helmut Marko, then yeah, that's they're being cancelled forever. But it's Lewis Hamilton, so that's mitigation.
Right, I hope you've enjoyed Soheb Steward's Room.
I don't think it's going to come back. So
I gave you one job. You know what? I finally let him have his own segment.
That's what I do with it.
Why did I trust you with that? Oh, for God's sake. Well, what we are going to do, because I promised that we'd do this, again, as a bit of a test, is we are going to put a poll on the TalkShift YouTube community page with these 3 posts. I don't quite know how I'm gonna put in that last one, but you can now vote on which one you think is the worst. I wonder what they might go for. Am I going to get... There's going to be an age check now, thanks to these new laws in the UK. There'll be an age check on the TalkShift YouTube channel. Good. Okay. Right. I'm gonna move us on.
Yes. And if you like this segment, put it in the comments.
And you'll never see it again.
Yeah, I'll probably be cancelled for it, but oh well.
Right, okay. Let's move on
Shall
to
we?
confessions. A couple of confessions this week. I've selected them. I cannot remember what I went with. So we'll go through and read these out. Here's the first one. I lost my virginity to a horse. You know, I didn't know my ex-girlfriend was going out that much, but there we go.
I got nothing to say about that. I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
I'm surprised you didn't. Usually you have a comment in store, but
I
that's
don't
fine.
have no idea what to say about that.
You've made him speechless. Have you
Yeah.
seen? That's impressive.
Fair enough.
Well done, anonymous confessioner number 471. Let's look at another one. I've literally only typed twice. This is from Lee Min. Do you remember Lee Min?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So you said Lee Min's been in and about the podcast for a number of weeks. I thought you were bullshitting and I was right. So I've literally only typed twice and been featured twice in the same episodes. The autistic confession and the talk shaft picture. Does that mean I can now say I'm part of the podcast? What
Yeah,
do
you know
think?
what? Yeah, I think we should give him a portion of the earnings that we're making from the podcast.
Oh, good, right. So he can have 30% of zero, which is, well, still zero. So
Yeah.
there we go. Right. Congratulations, Lee Min. One more confession for today. Do you want to read that one out?
Not really.
Okay, well,
I think I'll pass on that one.
you don't want to take part? No,
I
all right, fine.
want to take part in this one for once.
It says, I like poop. Like it's so good, especially after eating something good the day before, and then you can taste that, and man, it is good. I also like to eat my sister's poo sometimes. Right, that's lovely.
Yeah.
When we went for confessions, I wasn't sure what I was expecting.
I thought, okay, this stuff is definitely going to happen. I knew for a fact.
You are the
If
more
you-
Discord savvy amongst the two of us. So
It's not Discord. If you give people an anonymous voice, they will exploit that. That's how it works.
yeah, fair enough. Shall we move on to fan art instead?
Oh,
then?
please.
Fan art for this week. Not a massive selection. You've been slacking. I'm not gonna lie. But the first piece of fan art is this. And have you seen this video yet?
Lolly Potter.
Listen to the music for it as well. It's the
That-
scar after last
that's-
week. It's
that's-
so good.
That's pretty funny, I can't lie.
I think that is incredible. Absolutely incredible. He was saying on the Discord, the moment he typed in the Indian Harry Potter theme and that came up, he said he lost his absolute fucking mind. So, yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. Another one related to both of us this time. When Will and Soheb pull up in the ends to steal your bitch. And I'm assuming that's in relation to your Wog1 comment from the start of last week's episode.
Yep. And
I
I don't
look
think
so out of place in that. Jesus Christ.
I also don't think anyone's bitch is being stolen, to be honest.
No.
We'll politely ask and then we'll be
will be politely declined.
Yeah,
So Will and Soheb pulling up in your ends to politely ask to take your bitch away from you and,
Yeah.
and be told no.
to piss
Right.
off more likely.
Good. Last bit of fan art, and I am a sucker for a bit of Star Wars fan art. There's a bit of a hint for all of you out there. And there we go. And I didn't realise quite what the issue was with that one until I looked in the bottom right-hand corner and noticed the talk shaft dildo in there. So
Why do you have, it's a talk show. Fair enough, you know.
yeah, I think there was a caption on this one. Another to add to my collection.
Oh, that picture of
So-
me is very bad.
And they like to use that one a few times. It does look. I feel like you could put that picture on a few more not safe for work images.
Yeah.
We need to have an age check, unfortunately, to show those on the podcast now. But just a hint for all of you out there, if you at all fancy it.
Yeah.
So...
For anyone with a beard, keep posting in the channel. 'Cause that's all that matters.
Jesus Christ. Right, let's move on. The subject of beards. We've got one last thing to discuss. It's going to be quite a quick episode this week, but
Yep.
I'm not complaining. We've got a holiday to prep for. So, it's, of course, the random Asian that looks like Soheb. And you know what? We'll have an intro this time. Why not?
What random Asian does Soheb look like?
Looking in your eyes.
Great. I was going to say it doesn't quite do itself justice compared to the Soheb Steward Room intro from earlier, but yeah, I'm
Well,
just
thank you for
I'm-
spending more time on my intro. than yours.
I was gonna say, I spent about 10 minutes on that one, so thank you AI voices. But anyway, the random Asian for the week, I can't remember if we've had this one already, but it has definitely been suggested before. So if it is a duplicate, I'm very sorry. I'm particularly sorry to the guy that made an 18-minute compilation of the random Asians that look like Soheb.
Is that all you have to do with your life?
I still think it's brilliant. It's the fact you're turning into a little mini celebrity now, pal. But anyway, the one for this week, it might be a repeat. I can't remember. It's Ramesh Ranganathan, everybody.
Yeah, we had that. I think that was like episode 4 or 5.
Well, shit. So it's Ramesh Ranganathan again, everybody.
Yes.
It is quite a good one, though. I'll give you
Ramesh
that.
is pretty funny. I do like Ramesh.
I do like Ramesh.
We respect Ramesh.
Yeah.
Ramesh, if you want to come on the podcast, we'll happily invite you.
I have a feeling that's not going to happen, funnily enough.
Really? Yeah. Do you think anyone I
think one day if we ever get big enough, we'll just replace you for Ramesh for an episode and see if anybody notices.
Who have we asked? So we've asked Tomo, we've asked Ramesh.
We've not asked Ramesh. Come on.
Stingray Rob.
Yep.
He's probably not coming on either.
No, he's probably not coming on.
Did we ask Ferrari fangirls to come on? They might come on.
What was the percentage female audience of Talk Shift? I'm going to look it up. It's less.
Less than
It's
10.
far less than FP1, and FP1 is not a particularly high figure. So the female audience on Talk Shift is, if I can find it, audience. Here we go. 4.7%.
I wonder what the average mental illness is that our viewers have.
100%. So there we go, including the hosts, as it turns out.
Yeah, 100%. That's more than 100% on that.
Yeah. It's been a bit of a shorter episode this week, but that's fine. I've got a holiday to prep for, and we will be back next week, potentially very sunburnt or very soaked if we do get thunderstorms in Croatia.
Yeah.
But
or maybe with some lightning damage.
yeah.
There's a good chance of that. To be honest, especially if you go on that hike.
We're taking the British weather with us, so if you are in the UK and you enjoy all the sun next week, you've got us to thank for it. But if you want to see a longer version of this episode, plus a lot of potentially cancelable material, head over to Patreon or head over to the members page here on YouTube. Or if you watch this on Spotify, go to either one of those places. £1 a month for now. That price will change at some point, and I'm not going to warn you about it. But for now, £1 a month. And if you get in, it stays at £1 a month till you leave anyway.
So get in while it's cheap.
Yeah, get in while it's cheap, and you get every outtake for every episode of Talk Shift. That is 18 now episodes of outtakes, and there's some content in there you really don't want to miss.
Yeah, I just subscribed to a different Patreon account for £1 a month, actually.
Good. Okay, nice. Well, thanks for the promotion as ever, Soheb. You've done a great. You've got a segment this week where I don't know how I'm going to edit it together.
Yeah.
You have insulted me the entire way through, and now you're plugging someone else's Patreon over our own.
Yeah.
So that's gone really well. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And if you've enjoyed, we're trying to get a few more subscribers. Ideally, I don't know, what did we say, 8K by the end of the year? Is that what we
8K,
said?
yeah, 8K by the end of the year is doable.
Good. We've gained about 50 this week, so we're really on track for that. So if you've enjoyed, go and hit that subscribe button and help us out there. Anyway, once you've done all that, have a good one, everybody.